Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Farming Simulator 19. We are at the Sawmill. I know our trailer looks absolutely ridiculous with things hanging off. I was driving down the road, and yeah, it was kind of funny. But I think the principle of what we're doing is right. It's just with the context of the game, it just looks a little silly. Obviously, if I was doing this in real life, I'd have everything stacked up a little bit neater. Obviously, probably trimmed off some of those branches and things like that, and had them stacked up better and whatnot. So in reality, this would work, but it would obviously look better than this. So I'm not going to stress the way it looks too much. But we're going to come over here. I honestly have never done this. I don't know if this is where it's supposed to be, or if it's supposed to be somewhere else, or what. Let's get out of the tractor. Let's see. We have a little thing over here. Sell wood. $700 for that little bit? I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. That is not bad at all. I mean, that's not even the whole tree. You get the rest of the tree there. We might make $1,000 off this one tree, maybe more. And I know that I think I've read that you get more for the you know, if you get longer logs that are straighter and things like that, you can definitely get, I think, a better bang for your buck. So for what it was, just a chopped up tree, not a bad price, to be perfectly honest. Not quite paid for the chainsaw yet, but we'll very quickly pay for the chainsaw, especially if we decide to do more of the trees that are along that back part of those fields. We got several trees back there. We got $1,000 a tree. We got probably 20 trees back there. It's $20,000 just for, you know, not a ton of work. I mean, there's a little bit of manual effort from my part that I can't just hire a worker to do, but it's not too bad. That wasn't the straightest tree that we had either. I mean, that one's a pretty curvy tree with a lot of little branches and things coming off of it. We do have some other trees that are a little bit straighter that we could probably chop up into a little bit better logs and stuff. Probably go ahead and load up this next load. I'm not going to drive it all the way back over there just yet, though, but I will go ahead and get it loaded up, cleared off of our field, so that way it's just out of the way. Figure out what we can do with the trunk, actually, as well. I don't know if there's a way to cut it low enough, or I don't know, honestly, how you get rid of the trunk. Or the stump, sorry. It's the stump specifically. Get rid of the belts before I forget. I don't know if you could stick stuff on top of the belts and then undo them and redo them again, but I'll go and get rid of them for now. Like this tree right here. Once you get rid of the branches, that's a pretty nice straight tree. And I know there are machines that you can run like trees like that through that will, I think, clear out all the branches for you and stuff like that. I think there's even a there might even be a chipper, a wood chipper. I can't remember. I still have a decent amount of this tree left over here, actually. Alright. It's good. And yeah, I mean, like this big old piece. I can't imagine we can pick this one up. I was going to say, there's no way. So let's get out our chainsaw. Trim that part off. So we trim this part off a bit. Is that part still too heavy? Yeah, it's still too heavy. Oop. Actually, double click the button there. Really? Still too heavy. Okay, that one's not. I'll bring that one over. Alright, what else we got? We got some of these branches. I bet these aren't too bad. Come on. There we go. That's not too bad at all. I'll do the same thing I was trying to do earlier, where I flip it around and have the leaves coming off the back. Or falling off the side. One of the two. Actually, can I? Just because it will bug me and make it look better. Okay, I can trim this one off a little bit better. There we go. Much better. I mean, obviously I was able to pick it up just fine, but it just looked goofy. I mean, it still looks good with the leaves coming off the back, but it's functional. Alright, what we got over here? We got a few more branches and things. I got this big old branch over here. All this grass in the way, I can't even see the other bits and branches and things. Alright. I think it'll work. Let's see. Can we trim off this little bit here, though? Make me feel better. And then it disappears? Really? So if you trim it too small, it'll go away completely? Seems odd. Alright, what about this thing? I want to trim off that little bit right there, but I don't think I can. So never mind. Can we pick it up? No, too heavy. Still too heavy. Any of this pick upable? No. Did it just trim off? I think it just trimmed off that that part of the branch. Okay, so now I have like two little things here. Whatever the case, this is now not too heavy, so we'll pick that up at least. And then this part should not be too heavy, right? Oh, it's still too heavy. That one's still too heavy. Wow. And I know these are too heavy, so let's get out our chainsaw and cut these in half again. Big old solid blocks of wood. Alright, come on. Surely not. Still too heavy. That is a big old piece of wood. If it's still too heavy at that size. Like a dense piece of wood. Alright, I guess that counts. Sort of. That's kind of funny. What about you? Are you still too heavy? No, you're good. Okay, so that one's still too heavy. Let's see if we can trim that one back a little bit as well. Alright, so part of it is still too heavy. Wow. Maybe there's some of it that's like buried in the grass that I'm not seeing. Maybe it's bigger than it looks. And you are obviously still too heavy as well. I can't trim you like in a different direction, can I? Apparently I can. Or that didn't do anything? Oh, it did. Okay, it just didn't look like it because it hasn't split it. Wow, that's actually kind of cool that you could split it that way too. Very nice. I mean, it's pretty detailed. It's pretty good stuff here. Pretty cool that they have this added in. What about you? You are not too heavy. Well, you do look bigger than some of those other pieces, actually. It's kind of funny. got the stump there. And whatever you are. I'm not sure why. Oh, I guess because you're coming out over here as well. So, let's grab the chainsaw. Maybe now it'll work. Still too heavy. You're not, though. Very strange shape, but it'll work. Can I stick you up here in the front, maybe? Kinda. You must be attached to a lot of branches that I'm not seeing very well. Alright. Okay, that little piece obviously is not too heavy. If I can even find it. There we go. And then where is this other part? Now it's not too heavy. It wasn't that big of a piece. I don't know what was... It couldn't have been too heavy by much, I guess is what it comes down to. It had to have been just barely over kind of my weight. I need to lift weights or something. Alright, so is that everything that I can pick up related to the tree? Is this all still tree branches and things? I don't think so. I think this is just weeds and stuff. Nothing still in the... Oh, there is actually still this piece right here. I think there was one more still in there as well. Right, is that everything? I think that is all the stuff that's in my field. The lumber doesn't show up on the map, does it? In any weird way? Don't think so. Alright, so all we got left is the stump, I think, right? I don't see anything else over here. Again, it's still really hard to see. So, Mr. Stump, let's grab you and turn you. And why are we not getting a thing to see? There we go. Try to cut you as low as I can get you. Right, presumably that piece is way too big. Can I cut you again at a different angle now? Mr. Stump? Apparently I can. A little bit more off. Or I thought I could. Or not. There we go. Come on. Alright, let's try that. Pick these things up. That one's definitely too heavy. What about you? You are not too heavy. Perfect. Dropped a piece. And we need to cut you in half. Come on. Just want to cut this little part right here. Really? It's like I can see. There we go. I was going to say it's like I can see it, but I can't quite get it there. There we go. Nice. Come around this other side to make sure nothing has fallen off or anything. A little branch. I can't tell if that fell off, if that's still attached to the other stuff or not. No, that's not going to stay. That'll stay. Are you attached? I can't tell. We're going to have to move the trailer to see if that's still attached or not. Oh, we did drop a couple pieces off here. Yeah, I mean, maybe the flatbed trailer. Not the greatest idea. I thought we could strap stuff down enough that it would work, though. And it kind of can. Is that everything? Did we lose some on this side? I think we're good. And we got this one last little piece. And then we got the stump. Figure out what's going to happen with that. I have no idea. Let me see if we can stick you on the back end here. Or get up in the trailer ourselves. I think everything is in there. Alright, Mr. Stump, what do we do with you? I honestly don't know. Oh, there's a little piece. We might as well. I mean, I don't know if it dies away and just goes away or what. Is there any other way we can cut this? Not really. I mean, we can cut little tiny pieces off, but is that even really worth our time? I guess my hope is that if it got small enough, it would just go away. Like, assume that you've pulled it out or something. Or maybe it just grows into another tree again, and we just, you know, that way we have a way to get more wood from it later. But honestly, I'm okay with this one dying. I mean, some of the other ones maybe we'd want to keep just to kind of have a way to get some more wood going over time, but pretty okay with this thing going away. No idea how that would happen. Oh well, we'll go with this for now. And I actually think I'm going to go ahead and run this over. It's actually much bigger low than I thought it was going to be. So let's go ahead and get this run over to the lumber mill. And let's make sure we fasten everything down. Even though it doesn't look like it, I think it technically all is. Oh, there is one piece back there that we missed. Not the absolute end of the world, but might as well while we're here. I'm not even sure if this one will stay in since everything else is already fastened down or not. We'll just stay in that little crevice there. We'll see. If it does, it does. If not, no big deal. This thing looks ridiculous. I don't think we can sell this to the barn, so I think we do have to go to the sawmill for this. Which makes sense, to be honest. I mean, as you can see, we're not getting collision on these branches and things that are hanging off, so even though it looks silly, it's functionally just... We're going to assume that everything's stacked up nice and neatly and strapped down. Wish the sawmill was a little bit closer, but it's alright. Not like we're going to do this a whole lot. Because I can get a pickup truck and it would go quite a bit faster at some point. In fact, a pickup truck we could... Oh, hello. We could load up the back of the pickup truck as well as the back of this trailer or something like that. This seems like a much heavier load because I think we're going quite a bit slower than we were last trip. I mean, another option I think once you get into like really heavy forestry is that you can, you know, load up the train will go around, stuff like that. But obviously this little load like this, there's no reason to bring the train into it. Can we go through here? I went around the other way. I'm not sure if we can go through or not. Well, I can't go through that part, I don't think. Might have been... I could have squeezed through there. It's alright. We'll come around here. There we go. Let's go ahead and sell this off. I bet this is more than 700 bucks. $1,700 for that? Oh wow. So we got like 2,400 bucks for that entire tree. That's a pretty good return, I'll be honest. I mean, it took a little bit more time to get done, but pretty nice return all said and done. All right, what are we gonna do now? Let's see here. Let's. We're still in the second and third stages of growth, so nothing to happen there. You can see where we kind of trimmed the corner here, which no big deal. How are our eggs doing? Still not the price we want, although we haven't really been advancing time that much. Currently, as of right now, we've made $19,000 today, or netted, I should say, positive $19,000 today, which is really awesome to see. Does the trees show up as... No, trees is right there. Sold wood. 2404. Wow, very good. 36.95 for the bales. Like, not even counting the crops. The crops is actually... If you combine the wood and the bales, the crops is less of an income than anything so far. Spent a lot of money on the fertilizer, which is a big chunk for that, for all those contracts. So really, the contracts only got us about $15,000 because we had to spend all the money on the fertilizer. We could repay some loans. You know, that would lower our loan interest. But we may need this money, so I may go a little bit longer before we start prepaying loans. I think we got a little bit of chunk of money in the bank. We'll start paying it, but for now we're okay. Anything else we want to do? Chickens are at 42 a piece. Probably gonna have some more eggs soon. I think the next thing we're gonna do is just fast forward until there's something to do with our fields. To be perfectly honest, I could do some more trees, but I think we cleared out the one tree that I was most concerned about. We will eventually come and clear out some of the trees that are down here on the bottom here. But that'll be in the future. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.